going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chunky, I didn't say.
Get your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a great day so far. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. 1 day left in the week. Hopefully you guys have had a great week so far. And yeah, I've got some court. You guys want to watch some court? I want to watch some court. Let's watch some court. Let's see. What do I have tonight? I've got some Judge Tammi. We've got a Mama's Boy. It's actually hilarious. I've got a guy getting yelled at by Judge Simmons. I've got the channel mascot. She was back in court today. I've got a follow-up to a sovereign citizen, and I've got another sovereign citizen that I want to tease. So yeah, we're gonna have some fun tonight. Hopefully you guys are ready. Got a good show tonight. Shane, thank you so much for the 14 months. I appreciate it. Thank you, and congratulations on the milestone. I need to talk to Wixom. If we see Wixom, we'll ask him. He said that he was going to go there today. I was unable to join by Zoom. Yeah, they didn't let me do that. So, yeah, I'm going to have to go up there in person and actually get an update. But I'm working on it. But, yeah, so hopefully Wixom joins us here later, and we will ask him. But, yeah, I believe today for Magoo was just an arraignment, though. He was being arraigned on his... because they moved his charges up to circuit court, so he's being arraigned on his felonies today. So it was probably a pretty short hearing, but he was supposed to be in front of Judge Slay today. We'll see. All right, you guys ready? I'm ready. Before I hit that play button, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe. Do your jump kick backflips. Let's go.
Marquelius Ray McNabb.
I'm here.
Mr. McNabb is present. We are going to have a conference. I would ask Mr. McNabb to go ahead and chat his contact information to Taz Taylor, phone number, email address, and myself or Mr. Taylor will go ahead and give him a call in a moment.
Yeah, Mr. McNabb has 2 cases.
It's 5 cases.
I think
He has 5 cases, Your Honor.
5 cases?
And his motion to revoke bond is scheduled on the 15th or the 14th. 15th.
Really? Mr. McNabb, you have a motion to revoke bond that's scheduled, sir. I'm gonna need to see you in court, not on video, for the motion to revoke bond. Are we clear?
Revoke bond for what?
Sorry to hear that, Sophie. Hopefully you'll have a better weekend.
Sir, you got 5 cases. In these 5 cases, you have violated your bond conditions by getting at least 4 of these cases.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, sir, I'm gonna need to see you in person. Please don't make me send county Uber to get you.
What you want me to do now?
Come in person. You're gonna be here in front of me on April what?
Your Honor, it's the 15th.
April 15th. You're coming into court for that day, sir. Please don't try me. Please don't make me send somebody to get you. You're going to be present in court. We clear? Courtroom 304, 9151 Terra Boulevard, Jonesboro, Georgia, in the great county of Clayton. We clear?
Yeah, so I'm getting locked up.
I'm not sure about that yet. We haven't had a hearing, but I'm going to just tell you, you got 5 cases after you got bond conditions to not do stuff. So we're going to see.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, sir. So clear.
Mr. McNabb, please stand by. We're going to contact you in a moment. Go ahead and mute your mic. Thank
Make it up. Half my doggone 1 o'clock count. Just wild. Don't make a bit of sense. Pearson, here's another one. Mr. Pearson has 3 cases. Mr. Pearson.
Yeah, she absolutely did say county Uber. I like it. I just snorted a little bit, but it was good. Judge Hayward's awesome. I did see Wixom in the chat. Wixom, how was the arraignment today? Did you end up going? I sent you an email this morning, but you didn't respond. I figured you may have been there. Or you might have been traveling at that time. But Wixom, let us know.
Pearson?
Hello?
I need to see
Yeah,
you.
you said Pearson?
I did say Pearson. You got 3 cases.
I got 3 cases.
Yes, sir, you do.
What?
Mr. Pearson, turn a light on. We're conducting business, sir.
I'm listening.
Sit down somewhere. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't give me the steak face.
Come on, these folks, I got 3 cases.
You have 3 cases. If you sit down somewhere, I'm going to explain to you.
I'm listening to you.
But I don't.
All right, watch Miss Williams, everybody. The square below, what's his name? Mr. Pearson. She is cracking up, and she does not stop the entire hearing. Her facial expression during Mr. Pearson is how we're all thinking, and it's awesome. Real quick. Okay. All right. Well, I'll look it up. I'll look it up on the ROA to make sure he was arraigned today, and I'll update you guys on him tomorrow. I'll figure out what is. I mean, the next step would be his trial, but he might have another pre-trial if they're trying to work something out. So I'll let you guys know. I'll look it up either tonight after the stream or tomorrow, and I'll give you guys an update. But yeah, no. So everybody, Wixom was planning on going to see Mr. Magoo in Judge Slay's courtroom today, but he was unable to make it. So that's what it is. He's not in any trouble, guys. He's not in any trouble. At least I don't think he is. He might be. If you are, don't tell us. Or do, and then we'll cover your case too. Okay, let's go. Mr. Pearson. Like I said, keep an eye on Miss Williams. She's hilarious.
I don't want to talk to you while you walking. You're going to make me dizzy. I said sit down somewhere. We clear? All right. So, Mr. Pearson, you are before the court on a battery family violence case. You've got 4 charges on that. On another simple battery family violence, you got 2 charges on that. And on a striking a fixed object. That's 3 cases, sir.
When all the family violence case supposed to be dropped?
No,
I don't think they're dropping it. That's how they're not dropping it.
Hello, Mr. Pearson. First of all, if the person you're talking to is the person who is on these cases, then you're going to violate your bond conditions. You're going to get arrested and you're going to come back and spend time in jail. So whoever it's
my mama. That's my mama.
Well, your mama's not an attorney, so I'm talking to you. You have an attorney.
So the Clayton County don't want to hear that shit.
Just between me and you.
I don't even have no attorney because the person who filed this told my mama.
Mr. Pearson, you have an attorney. Your case was upstairs in the felony court. You were given a public defender. Because of that, you're eligible for indigent defense here in state court. So you will be appointed the state court indigent defense counsel. So what I want you to do is stop talking, you and your mom.
Wait a minute now, don't tell me. Now let me move.
This is why you got 3 cases. Ma'am,
you tell me to stop talking. I'm grown.
Mr. Pearson, how old are you?
I'm 30. I'm 30.
Okay, so you grown and you need to handle your own business.
I can handle my own business. But I'm asking my mom for sure. I'll ask my mom for sure.
Well, if she ain't a lawyer, then I don't want to hear from her.
Man. All right, go ahead. Carry on. Say what you got to say. I ain't got no attitude. Say what you got to say.
I have to say, sir, I'm not going back and forth with you. You got 3 cases. We're done.
No, just say.
All right. Next, Aaron Raymond Porter.
Judge, present in the courtroom.
All right, I think that's it. I just love that. That was just a quick way to start the night. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Judge Tammy, she's awesome. You and your mama. Cut that stank face. Anyways, I did announce Heather in the chat, but I said it. I talked over the video, so you might not have heard me. So to properly introduce Heather. All right. Let's keep going. That was fun.
Okay, on the record.
Judge Simmons is awesome. I do want to give a shout out to who sent me this? Lucy. Lucy sent me this, so I don't know if Lucy's here. She lurks most nights. She might be here, but Lucy sent me this. Thank you so much for the heads up on this. I do appreciate it.
The matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Matthew Luke Wolf, P4-01673, counsel appearance.
Fortuna Gill on behalf of the
People, Your Honor, I'd like to make a motion for permission to practice under Michigan Court Rule 8.120.
Your motion's granted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jacob Sargent, fourth Assistant Public Defender here on behalf of Mr. Wolf. Mr. Wolf is present at council table. He's standing to my right, and Mr. Abbott is also present on behalf of Mr. Wolf for this morning's proceeding.
Okay, today was the date that was scheduled for a preliminary examination. Do we have witnesses here?
Our officer is running late, Your Honor.
Okay. My understanding is that there was a request, I have a note here from February 21st. Mr. Wolf, you said you were going to retain counsel.
Yes, I tried to retain counsel, but the money situation I have paying rent, and water, light, and
Don't go down a list of those like every adult in here doesn't know
I'm
what they
just
are.
saying, man, it's taking.
I'm not a man.
I'm just saying, Your Honor, it's taking a toll on me, and I can't really afford an attorney.
That's why you have a public defender, correct?
Yeah, but I didn't.
Because you're indigent.
I didn't feel comfortable with. I don't know his name,
Mr. Sarks.
Starks.
Sarks.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable with him at all.
Okay. Without telling me anything about your case, why don't you feel comfortable?
Without telling me anything about.
Yeah, I don't want to hear anything about your case, but is there anything outside of the facts of your case or potential defense that makes you uncomfortable?
Yes,
I'll take a look at him. He is 7 foot tall. I think he might be Lurch. He makes me feel uncomfortable. I mean, maybe.
I feel like he's an ineffective counsel for me.
What makes you feel that way?
I feel like he isn't defending me the way that he should defend me.
Okay, so you believe that he's not zealously advocating for you?
Using those type of words.
Okay, so you would like to, I'm sorry, take this case probably all the way to trial?
Yes.
Okay, and you don't think that that's your right? You have the right to take it to trial, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you don't think he agrees to taking this to trial if that's what you want to do?
I don't think he's the proper person for that job.
What makes you think?
All right, I will tell you this. His attorney absolutely did an amazing job for him today. Watch what he does. And no, he doesn't want to take this to trial because he doesn't have to. Shut up, man. You got a good attorney. Watch him.
How long have you been an attorney?
Over 18 years.
What makes you think that he being an attorney for over 18 years, how much of that was criminal experience?
Yeah.
18-year criminal experience doesn't make him qualified to defend you in a criminal matter.
I feel like he's ineffective counsel for me because of what I heard and saw. I just feel like
what you heard when you talked to him in private, you mean?
No, what I heard and saw. Yeah, and
somebody in my yelling out something in the back of my courtroom.
I'm a twin, so it's just.
You're
it's
what?
just natural. I'm sorry.
You say you're a what?
I said, Your Honor, I'm a twin.
What's your name?
I'm Michael Wolf.
You're Matthew's twin? Exactly. So when his brain moves, your mouth opens.
No, I'm not saying that. It's not that easy to explain. But what I'm saying is I
recognize you're probably protective.
No, I am, but I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can't blurt out in open court.
I know. I know that.
Okay, Michael is behind you, but he's gonna be quiet because you have the ability to articulate yourself, your feelings, and you should because you obviously have the ability to determine if an attorney of 18 years of criminal defense experience is not qualified enough to represent you
I didn't
on this
say
case.
he wasn't qualified enough to represent somebody.
I said to represent. I didn't say somebody. I said you. That was what I said.
I don't think his qualifications at this point are effective to that right now. I think that his ineffective counsel was my effective point to where I said I don't want you as my counsel.
What was ineffective?
the way, I can't really say it without saying nothing about the case.
I don't want to hear about the facts of the case.
Oh, no, I wouldn't say nothing.
Yeah, but you have to be
I
able to
overheard a
articulate.
conversation with the
Did he
lady.
fail to meet with you? Did
No.
he met with you?
I know, I'm not understanding the question.
With my question?
Yes,
My question was, did he fail to meet with you? You don't understand that?
I didn't say he failed to meet with me.
So he met with you, he went over your discovery and information with you? Is that a yes or no? It's just a yes or no question. Yes, he did, or no, he did not?
He did.
Okay, and he went over potential,
No, I think he's just one of those people that doesn't like getting told the truth. Like, hey, we don't really have a good trial defense here. We need to work out a plea deal. And that is the absolute truth. I don't know, 9 out of 10 times. It is just what it is. And when a lawyer tells their client that, it's like, yeah, you're not going to get off scot-free when they have evidence against you, man. That's just how it is.
defenses and potential risks with you?
No.
No. Now, did he meet with you before or after you decided that you wanted to retain an attorney?
No, I overheard a conversation in the hallway.
About your case?
Yes.
With whom?
The black lady is sitting right there.
You overheard Mr. Starks
Yeah,
in a conversation with my court officer.
Yeah, she said we ain't got nothing to go on right now. And at that point,
She said we don't have anything to go on?
Yeah, because the officers weren't here. So at that point, I would have said, well, can we move for dismissal?
Oh, you're talking about a conversation you heard today?
No, this was not today. This was that day.
What day?
The day we was here for the preliminary examination on the 21st.
Okay, so you were here on the 21st. And that's the date you said you were going to request to retain counsel. And so you said the officers were not here. I don't know if the officer was here. Do you have a record of whether the officer was here?
I don't know, Your Honor. This is back in February. My notes just indicate that the defendant wanted to seek new counsel, so this was adjourned. So
But that was the date and time of the actual exam that he stated that. Who's the officer that's supposed to be here? Because they're not here now either.
Then I heard them say, call Michigan State Police right now and tell them to get down here. We'll hold him and do the people that's in the jail first, and then we'll keep him until we do get a Michigan State Police officer up here.
You heard your attorney say that
Yes.
to my court officer?
Yes.
Why would that makes sense, but my court officer wouldn't call the state police. She doesn't call witnesses.
I don't know, but I heard that.
You didn't hear my court officer talking about. Mr. Sarge, did you instruct my court officer to call the state police?
Absolutely not, Your Honor.
Does it make any sense? My attorney, my court, we don't call witnesses. We don't do that.
Okay, Your Honor.
Under no circumstance.
Your Honor, I am not a liar.
I'm not saying
And
you're
I
a
would
liar,
not-
but you might be
I would
misunderstood.
not lie under oath either, because I understand that this is being recorded and everything is documented. I am not a liar, and I know what I heard, and I'm being honest with you.
I believe that you believe that that's what you heard. And if you heard those statements, let me hypothesize with you. Maybe if you heard those statements, are you sure you heard it coming from Mr. Starks
Yes.
to my court officer, or maybe
I don't know.
from Mr. Starks to the prosecutor?
I don't know if it was to the court officer or a prosecutor, but I know it was a lady. I know
Okay.
that. So I
It's
can't.
possible, because Mr. Nagel may not have been here at that time. He's not been in this courtroom for that long. So, but I'm not saying, I wasn't there. I don't know what you heard, but it just doesn't make sense to me that my officer would say that, or that Mr. Starks would say it to my officer, because my court staff doesn't call witnesses here or follow up on witnesses.
I'm just telling you what
Someone
I
in
heard.
custody could go over there. It's too crowded over there.
I'm just telling you what I heard, and that's why I feel he's ineffective to me.
Okay.
I'm not saying to nobody else. And I'm not-
I can understand your concerns. If you believe you heard that, I could understand your concerns. I don't know if the witness was here. I have had Mr. Starks before me dozens, maybe even more of times. I have never, ever not seen him To the contrary, he's more likely than anybody else that's ever become before me to object to something. Let me tell you that. He's not letting things slide. That's not how he rolls. I have never not had a witness here, and he has not immediately argued or advocated to have a case dismissed. I've never seen it.
Mr. Sarge frequently asks if I have witnesses available, because if not, I know from experience with Mr. Sarge, he will request it.
I'm telling you, Your Honor, that he did not do this day. And that's what made me want to get a new counsel, because I wanted someone that's going to work for me and not against me.
It's and what
And I told this man.
I was not there. I was not there. Mr. Starks is an officer of the court. He stated here in open court that he did not make that statement. You're not clear. Don't talk over me. And don't call anyone out their name in here either, because you may be misunderstood. I'm not saying that you didn't hear somebody say that, but I don't know that you heard Mr. Starks say that. And he definitely would not have said it if he did to my court officer, because it's absolutely improper for my court officer to call and seek out witnesses. She would have no clue how to even do that. We don't do that. We don't get involved with witnesses. That's not our job. Witnesses not here, that's their burden. They call witnesses, they follow up with witnesses when they're not here. Could be possible that Mr. Starks is checking in, are your witnesses here? And you hear the prosecutor saying, you call Michigan State Police and get them here. That could...
Ding, ding, ding. I'm willing to bet that is exactly what happened. The witnesses weren't there, so he's like, "What? We're not gonna keep adjourning this. We're dismissing this today." But he didn't. The defendant, whatever his name is, Matthew, I think. He didn't hear it. He heard a part of a conversation, and he's trying to throw his attorney under the bus. Again, watch what's about to happen, and this is ridiculous, to be honest. I don't. Yeah, this is why being an attorney is hard. You're getting thrown on the bus by a client, and you're still working for him.
That's plausible. But for me to believe that Mr. Starks told my court officer to find a state police officer, did Mr. Starks ever ask you?
Not.
It wouldn't happen.
I just know that I heard her say we have nothing to go on. And at that
What
point.
do you mean we have nothing? Why would she say we have nothing to go on? She has no clue. She has no clue about anything going in any of this case. Do you know him?
Absolutely not.
She has no clue. She doesn't decide if you have anything to go. She doesn't know what there is to go on. We don't bring cases. The court does not bring cases. The court staff does not bring cases. The court staff does not follow up and confirm witnesses for the prosecution's office. That's completely for the prosecution to do. We do not get involved with that. You misunderstood whatever you heard. It was not my staff, and Mr. Starks was not talking to my staff about finding any witnesses. And had you probably not came in here and requested an adjournment to get an attorney, he probably would have made a motion then. If the state police was not here, I don't know. I can pull up the record and find out if witnesses was here or not, because I can tell you exactly what happened on the record because it was recorded. Whether or not we had witnesses here. If he knew that there was no witnesses here, he would have made a motion to dismiss the case. It's never happened before me in the hundreds of times he's been before me that he would not have, not a single prosecutor that's in this courtroom, public defender in this courtroom would not have moved for a motion to dismiss the case. It's never happened. Nor would any of them be looking or seeking out a witness for the prosecution. So you had ample time to hire an attorney if that's what you wanted to do. You do not get to pick which public defender is assigned to you. That is taken care of in-house by the Office of the Public Defender by their superior staff. Mr. Starks is more than qualified to handle your case. If the witness is here today, we can proceed today. If they're not, you and your attorneys can decide how you want to proceed today, because we are moving forward with this case today. Okay? Do we have a witness here yet?
Your Honor, we don't have a witness here, so.
So I'll move to dismiss, Your Honor. Thank you.
Motion is granted.
I mean, you just kept your mouth shut. This 15-minute embarrassment of a speech that you just received. Sorry, I think I worded that poorly. I'm saying he feels embarrassed by the judge after that speech. Didn't have to happen. Dismiss that quickly. Good job, man. Good job. Now apologize. Apologize to that beautiful looking attorney of yours.
Without prejudice. It means that they have the right to reissue the charge against you. Do you understand that? Okay. Do you have any questions?
No.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You wait, you hang tight till you get a copy of the dismissal.
Your Honor,
You're welcome.
be at work at 2:30 at the code.
I'm sorry?
You'll be at work at 2:30 at the code.
You said he'll be at work?
You'll be at work, right?
You all work together too?
Yeah.
You're real twins. I can see now why you speak for him.
Came home after 18 years and 9 months. Gave me a career.
Very good. Keep staying out of trouble.
My brother saved my life.
Yeah, I don't know
He doesn't
why.
want to wait for his dismissal?
All
I
right.
guess not.
But I'll take it to file. please.
Sounds
Thank
good. Ms. Donnelly, I think you have someone on Zoom. Are you ready?
Yeah, the twins still couldn't keep his mouth shut. The case has nothing to do with him. He felt the need to talk. I don't know. Such a waste of the court's time, man. Just listen. I don't know. It was entertaining, so I'm glad he acted like a fool. So that way we got to hear it. All right, let's move on. I think we're moving. Is it Collier next? Oh no, this is Judge Sanders. Oh, Judge Sanders. I'm not going to say anything else. We're just gonna play it.
Joshua Hantho. Maybe unmute or *6, sir. Thank you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thank you. Are you interested in the deferral program?
Is that so I would pay $150 guaranteed for that?
Yes.
If I do that?
Yes.
Well, no thanks.
Okay. So we are going to go ahead and review your matter. Do you have current registration? Can you unmute, please, sir? Mr. Gomez Alcaraz, you can go. You're done with your matter.
I don't know how muted. Okay, I'm back.
Okay, sir, first of all, your service is really poor, so you're breaking in and out. And then, so you rejected the deferral program. So I'm asking you right now, do you have current registration?
Yes, I do.
Did you provide it to the court?
All my cars.
Did you provide it to the court?
No, I didn't.
Okay, well, then I cannot make a ruling on whether you have it or do not.
Yeah. Okay. So, can I explain?
There's nothing to
why
explain.
I was. Yeah. Well. So I was,
Sir, you have really poor service. You're breaking up. I cannot hear you.
Okay. I was participating in a protest about Initiative 976 on car tabs being dismissed by the court after we the people voted to pass it. I have ceased to, or I've decided to quit that.
All right. So I believe this is in Washington. I'm pretty sure it's in Washington. I got a question. What is he talking about? And I meant to look this up before I played this clip. I forgot to look it up. Just why I didn't play it yesterday. This happened yesterday. It's like I want to do research on this. Was there actually a vote to get rid of car tabs, which is that's another name for the registration on your car? They voted for, from what he's saying, they had a vote to get rid of them, I'm guessing, and it passed, but then it was dismissed by the courts. Like, no, we're not doing that. That's no. And so there was a giant protest, I guess, and people weren't renewing their registration. Can someone clarify that, please? Because the judge here in a second is going to say, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. So he's not making it up. He might be wrong in how he's wording it, but it sounds kind of crazy to me. What are you guys doing in Washington?
Protest.
I will tell you, sir, that I've had a few people appear here
Mikey, good to see you, buddy.
Who have stated that
Yeah.
reason as why they don't have registration. And I tell them more power to you for protesting. I understand your concern, but the problem is when you do protest that, you have a 50-50 chance of encountering an officer that says, hey, I get it. Or
Yep.
encountering an officer that's like, too bad. You need to you need to pay for
Yeah.
your registration. And I've had it happen both ways. So
Yes.
I
And
mean,
I got a second ticket on February 26, 2025, and I did go ahead and pay that just to be done with it. I had already, the police officer said if I wanted to keep going, I should contest this one. I did that. And so now I'm just done with this.
yeah,
So,
I understand
moving
that it can
on.
be frustrating. So here's the thing, sir. If
yeah.
you have current registration, you need to send proof of it.
All right, so it wasn't to get rid of it; it was to lower the cost. Is that what you're saying? To reduce the cost of annual. Okay, I get it. I see.
Do you understand?
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know it.
Okay,
I didn't know
so
I needed to do that.
like I told the gentleman
So-
before, your ticket's from 115. It's now April 2nd. So are you willing to waive
Yep.
your 120-day speedy hearing, which just means I'm not trying to trick you. I'm not taking away any rights. What I'm just saying is there's a rule that says when you get a ticket, you must have a hearing within 120 days.
Yeah.
If I set
understand.
over your
That is Ohio's pretty inexpensive for registration. I mean it's not $30, but I think it's like between. I just renewed my registration. I paid for the 2 years though, so I believe it was a little over 100, maybe $120. So I think it might be $60 a year in Ohio. And in Ohio, you don't pay for the value of your car. It's just a flat fee. I think at least for a regular 4-door sedan, it's a flat fee. So it's relatively cheap in Ohio.
hearing so that way you can submit proof to me of your registration. It might fall outside of 120 days. All I'm asking is, will you go ahead and waive your speedy hearing date so that I can set your hearing outside of 120 days and you can provide proof of registration?
Yes, I can do that. I'm guessing that's going to affect the decision.
Yes, it would.
Significantly.
It would affect the
Okay.
amount and or if the ticket stands.
yeah.
So yes, I will go ahead. So based on defendant's motion, I'll go ahead and waive speedy hearing. We're going to go ahead and set over in due course.
That was exactly my thought. If that passed, and it sounds like it doesn't really lower it by that much from what someone just said. They're going to raise the gas tax. I mean, they have to make up that money somewhere. So it's not just going to vanish.
Course, which means, sir, that you'll be receiving a notice in the mail with your new date based on the
Okay.
court's availability. So until you get that notice, please submit to the court, either, come in person. I see you're in the center, so you can either come in person with a copy, drop it off. You can submit it via a link on the website. There should be an email address there, so you could email it in. Either way, please send in a copy of your current
Okay.
registration, okay?
Yep, I'll do that.
Okay, thank you. And then just check the mail for your new court date, please.
All right, thanks.
Okay, thank you. Bye. McKenna Inman.
Oh, I'm absolutely in favor of that. I do wish that, the tax money that goes, the gas tax, the registration, all the fees that are supposed to go to like roads and stuff. I really wish that was 100% transparent so we could see it. It might be, but I'd be very interested to see what that money actually goes to. I mean, construction on roads happens constantly. So I'm not saying that it's not going to that, but I would love to actually see a breakdown on where that money goes. I really would.
All right. *6 or unmute. There you go.
Sorry, but it wasn't popping up.
That's okay. All right. Are you interested in the deferral program?
No, thank you.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and decline the deferral. Let me go ahead and see your police report. We have a collision report for you. All right, please tell me your side of the story.
I was driving home after my graveyard shift, and I believe it was the first frozen night, and I was unaware of how frozen it was. I was driving home, and when I got on the bridge right before the sort of roundabout to get to Rose Valley, my car started spinning, and I had crashed into the wall. And so my phone automatically called.
*6 and don't touch your screen because you're unmuted. It's working.
Right. So my phone had it detected the collision, and so it called the police. And so I talked to them, and then I waited for someone to arrive to talk to him. And he basically told me, "You're fine. Everything's okay as long as you feel like you're okay to get home safe." I said, "Yes, I feel like I can get home safely." And then as soon as he pulled out, the state patrol came up behind him, and then he gave me a ticket and said I was going too fast for conditions. I was not speeding. I was going the same as everyone else. I just have a very old, lightweight car that hit the right spot of ice, and he also wasn't there.
All right, I'll go ahead and find it as not committed. However, I see that you also did not have insurance. Do you now have insurance on your vehicle?
I do not. He told me that was okay.
Oh no, he did not. Unless that's another weird Washington thing where you don't. It's not. You don't have to have insurance if you don't want to. I mean, as far as I know, it is illegal in every state not to have liability insurance on your vehicle. I don't know. But I will tell you that the officer probably absolutely did not say it's okay. Get her, Judge.
To not have insurance on your car?
Essentially, yeah, that was what he told me. He said, "You won't be punished for that."
You will be absolutely punished for that because, I mean, at any point, this
Not what I was told. Okay.
I'm not going to say anything, but I think that's just part of being a car owner, that you're supposed to have insurance on your car, because if the county or state comes at you to pay for the damage that you did to the bridge or the barrier, that's going to be a lot of money out of your pocket.
Yeah.
And they have your collision report. So just know they can do that at any moment.
Okay.
And you might want to really look into getting car insurance.
Yeah.
Okay. Find this is not committed. I highly advise you to get insurance.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Francis.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I really hope that officer wasn't just like, you know what, don't worry about the insurance because, I don't know, the officer might have thought she was cute. Really, really hope that wasn't the case. But she got into a wreck. I mean, not with anyone else. It was just her, but she got into a wreck. So yeah, you're gonna need insurance, lady. All right, let's move on. Now I think we're moving on to the sovcit. Oh, I wanted to call out someone real quick. Gotta find the comment. Thanks, Aaron. I appreciate it. Good to see you. Hopefully you're well. All right. Now we're moving on to the sovcit, I believe. Yes. All right. So this is Judge Collier. He's down in Florida, and I've been following this sovcit for months now. He keeps coming back to court, and the charges aren't filed on him. Keeps coming back, no formal charges. Keeps coming back, no formal charges. Now, the very first appearance he was in court, he stood in the chat gallery. He refused to come up to the podium, and he was running the script. He ran it. So I'm not wrong when I call him a sovcit. He has since dropped the script, but he still acts kind of weird in court, and today is no exception. So let's go.
I'm good. Good morning. How are you doing? This is the state of Florida versus Daniel McDonald.
Yes, sir.
All right. Looks like we're here for a motion hearing. You filed a notice of expiration of speedy trial and motion for discharge.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. The floor is yours. I'm listening to your argument.
Yes, sir. I've been very proactive during the case. Incurred damages.
Oh, and guys, the audio that feedback is coming from the court. Their entire system glitched really bad yesterday, and when they brought it back up, this feedback was there. They didn't fix it today. I was hoping they would. It's not on my end. It's just a little bit of the feedback. You can still hear it clearly, but it is slightly annoying. Just letting everyone know.
I still haven't got even at this point after the speedy trial is already, we're already at the end of the speedy trial, and even the recapture period, and I filed the notices. I've incurred damage, and even at that point, I still don't have any type of discovery or statement of particulars or anything to even start the case to move forward. I haven't been like sitting around crossing my fingers, hoping that I get a speedy trial. Like I said, I've been proactive, sending motions for discovery and trying to move the case along.
Okay, Mr. Patterson.
And I believe under
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And I believe under the rules that it says that, once those processes are taken care of, when it's not any fault of the defendant, I believe it says the defendant must be discharged from the crimes. So I'd like to motion the court to order the discharge for this case, sir.
Okay, when does your speedy trial rights expire?
The February 25th was the initiation of that when I sent the notice in by mail and via the electronic service. And then the recapture period would have been March 11th.
February 25th?
Yes, sir.
We're in court February 4th, correct?
Sherzad, very generous of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the 20 gifted memberships. That is awesome. And welcome to the 20 new members. Sherzad, that is awesome. Extremely generous of you. I appreciate it.
I believe so.
What happened on February the 4th at that court here? Do you recall?
That was the first arraignment where the charges had been filed.
Do you recall what you asked me?
No, sir.
You recall telling me that you want to delay the case to the next court date?
Actually, sir, that was the previous one. That was the one in January. I believe January 4th. January 28th was when the charges got filed. That date, I was the one I believe you're talking about.
Yeah, February 4th. Do you recall telling me that you wish to delay the case to the next court date? And I explained to you that you needed to enter a plea on that day. And you said, I want to delay the case to the next court date. Mr. Patterson then explained that he provided you with a plea offer to misdemeanors. And Mr. Patterson said, Judge, I believe what Mr. McDonald was asking or wanted to do is enter a plea of not guilty and ask for the next court date so that we can engage in plea negotiations. I then looked at you were by Zoom, and I said, Mr. McDonald, do you want to plead not guilty and wish to continue the plea negotiations for the next court date? You said yes. I gave you a court date of March the 4th. Do you recall that?
I did not recall asking for the delay, sir. I do recall the not guilty pleading. The time before that, there were, and I was here.
Yes, sir.
And he had sent me a document. I had to be at work. I had a 20-minute window of literally time just to get gas and be back at work. So there wasn't much time to read any documents, sign anything.
Oh, Judge, absolutely. Yeah, he nailed that. But this guy, I'm sure he's very rememberable because every time he comes to court, he complains because he doesn't live in Florida. And he says it's like a 5 or 6 hour trip. So it's like it's 10 plus hours to come to court. And he's had to come once a month since he was charged, I think in November. But the prosecutor hasn't formally charged him. So he has to keep coming back just to say we have to push it out a month for them to charge you. And yeah, and like I said, he started the sovcit stuff on his first day. So yeah, he remembers him. Oh, also while I'm paused, Terrapin, where'd it go? Terrapin, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate it, and welcome to the 5 new members. Thank you so much, Terrapin.
That sort of, but there also weren't any charges filed at that time period as well.
Yes, sir.
And that one, I wouldn't call that delay since there were no charges filed.
Yes, sir. I agree. Mr. Patterson?
The information was filed within the time frames in accordance with the speedy rules. Mr. McDonald recollection of it is, my recollection of it is he was on Zoom. He had a plea offer. He wanted more time to consider that plea offer and discuss those options with me. Mr. McDonald and I have played phone tag some in the intervening time between then and now, but it doesn't change the fact that there was a defense request for more time that is a waiver, constitutes a waiver.
Mr. McDonald, anything else?
Yes, sir. When I'm reading the rules, it doesn't say that the charge is filed under a certain time period. I know there's some new rules that take effect in July that wouldn't apply with this case. The rules specifically state from the time of arrest, the clock starts from the time of arrest, and then it ends during the time of trial. And the time of trial is noted by when the jury selection starts. So, Navaria versus State, the appellate court ruled that basically the speedy trial period was over, the recapture period was over, and they reversed the court decision to grant the right of a speedy trial. And again, sir, I'm merely doing this to save the court time from something I believe I'm going to be found not guilty anyways, and to also not incur further damages just from having to be here, take off work, 11-hour.
Yeah, he's still hovering over that sovcit script, trying to gaslight the court. I'm doing this for your benefit. Shut up, man. And of course, he doesn't want to incur further damages. Come on, man.
I'm traveling 11 hours a day. I woke up at 1:30 this morning. So
Yes, sir.
I know that's.
No,
I know you don't
certainly,
care,
sir.
but it's.
I do care, Mr. McDonald.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. I do care. You're right that there's a new rule that doesn't apply to your case. You were arrested by my notes. Was it September 2nd?
Yes, sir.
Of 2024? So your expiration 175 days would have been what day? Is that February 24th or 25th? February 25th. My recollection is about 21 days before that, we had your arraignment where the state had filed an information before the expiration of the 175 days. And at that court date, you affirmatively asked for a continuance to engage in plea negotiations. You specifically said, can we delay this to the next court date? And we went back and forth about whether or not you're going to enter a plea. You said you wish to continue the case to engage in plea negotiations. Under Florida law, that is a waiver of speedy trial. So I'm going to deny your motion for discharge.
Sir,
I'm finding that before the expiration of speedy trial, your request for continuance, your stipulation or acquiescence to the continuance, sir, is a waiver of speedy trial. So I'm going to deny your motion for discharge.
Sir, I object to that, and I'd like to say.
You can file whatever you need to in the first DCA.
What is the DCA, sir?
I can't give you legal advice.
Could you say that one more time?
I said you said you object to my ruling. I said you can file whatever you need to file with the First District Court of Appeals.
Yeah.
All right, where are we at now? Do we want to go ahead and place them on? Is the plea negotiations over? Are the plea negotiations over?
Having plea discussions with him this morning prior to this hearing, Your Honor, and I asked him to stick around. He had a few questions. I told him if he'd stick around, I would answer them, and hopefully we can reach a resolution before he leaves here today, and he won't have to drive 11 hours back.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes, I'll hang out for a second.
Okay. Nope.
How sure are you, sir, of the continuance of the last time?
How sure am I?
Yes.
I'm 100% sure. We record everything in the courtroom, and in preparation of all hearings, I go back and listen to the last court hearing, and I listened to, based on your motion, I went back and listened to the February 4th hearing last night, and I listened to it again this morning, probably 30 seconds before I took the bench.
I don't remember asking for that. Thank you.
There's a transcript of it, well, recording of it. You can always request a transcript, but we record everything in the courtroom. All right, so we'll call you back up in a few minutes. Mr. Hill, do we have any?
I did try to go back and look for that February 4th docket. And I download every single one of Collier's dockets. Every single time he goes live, I save the entire thing. I'm guessing he didn't go on February 4th. At least not on YouTube. He wasn't on YouTube, so I don't have it. But I've got just about every other docket of his, but February 4th I do not have, which is unfortunate because I would have loved to add that to this clip. Just to be like, yep, see, he was right.
with Mr. McDonald, and I think he is ready to accept state's misdemeanor offer.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Christina. All right, Mr. Patterson, would you please put the offer on the record, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. The offer is pleased to lesser included charges of reckless driving. He would also plead to the no valid. The other count would be, the felony count would be consolidated. And he would plead to 6 months county probation, possible early term at the halfway point, pay $315 fine, $508 court cost for a total of $823. He'd have 50 hours of community service. He would complete the DUI first offender school, no alcoholic beverage or possession or consumption, random breath and urine tests, and he is notified that the Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles may impose further penalties.
Aaron, good question. I mean, this is my job. This is what I do full time, and I spend about 16 hours a day on my channel. So I spend a lot of time watching court. I mean, that's it. I don't really have a secret. I am working with Hutch to try to figure out. We're creating a program that'll go through all of my old videos and transcribe them and then pull out keywords, which it's working, but it takes a long time to run. So we got to optimize it. But that's going to help out a lot when that happens. He is. He worked out a very good plea deal on his own behalf, which I'm impressed with. But I honestly think that the prosecutor is probably like, you know what, let's just do this. Let's get it over with. They dismissed the felony, and he's pleading guilty to a misdemeanor, which, when you're convicted of not convicted, when you're charged with a felony and you don't really have a defense. I mean, he thinks he has a defense, but it's the sovcit bullshit, right? When you're charged with a felony and your defense is sovereign citizen, take the misdemeanor. That's what you need to do. When people go sovereign citizen, it's not because they're innocent. Like when people do that, they're not going to win, and it's just a Hail Mary. And I say that every single time. If you were absolutely innocent, you would hire an attorney and you would let the attorney do his job. Just saying.
All right, Mr. McDonald, is this what you want to do to resolve your case?
I think yes, sir.
If you want to sign right there. Mr. McDonald, I'm not sure if I placed you under oath. If I did, please forgive me, but I'm going to place you under oath again.
You did. You did not. Yes.
Mr. McDonald, has anyone promised you anything other than what Mr. Patterson just stated here in the court about resolving your case?
No, sir.
Has anyone threatened or coerced you in any way?
No, sir.
Are you waiving your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
You're waiving your right to appeal anything other than a legal sentence?
Correct.
Are you under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or medication?
Yes, sir.
I have to advise you that if you're not a U.S. citizen, you understand by entering this plea, it could subject you to deportation.
Correct.
You have any questions for me?
No, sir.
And your understanding is matters will be reduced to misdemeanors. You'll be on 6 months of probation. You have conditions, and if those conditions are complete, you can move to early terminate your probation in 3 months. That's your understanding?
Correct. And everything's done remote. Correct.
Well, I believe you live out of state.
He does, Your Honor. I discussed with him that the county probation office can work with him as far as mail-in or doing things, the classes and things online or doing.
All right, perfect. So I'm going to accept your plea as not intelligent and volunteer. I believe you're doing the right thing, and resolving this case is a good offer, Mr. McDonald. You got 30 days from today to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court. You'll be sentenced as announced by Mr. Patterson, and you got 30 days from today to appeal my judgment and sentence. Got any other questions?
I'm assuming it'll be followed up with where do I do the probation and take care of that?
Your Honor, just so the record's clean and clear for the clerk's purposes, if the state needs to transfer this to county court, the intention is that he would report to county probation, not state probation. So if we need to transfer, we will. And the county probation officer is at the jail directly behind the courthouse here. So you can go downstairs, go out the back doors, go straight across, and the county probation office is across over there. You can meet with him there.
All right. So this matter will be transferred to county court. You can check in with county probation right behind the courthouse at the jail. And Mr. McDonald, there's a gentleman in Bay County who asked that I give him the Pro Se Attorney Award of the Year. I'm probably going to give that to you, okay?
Thank you.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
No. Judge Collier,
Is that everyone?
no. Do not give a sovcit that award. He's going to think he won now. He's going to think he won. Anyways, let's move on. Yeah, that was the end of a sovcit. We're coming to the end of all the sovcit cases. I've got there was a sovcit today. Remember the sideways sovcit? He was back in court today, but he converted. He converted because Judge Meineke is awesome, and he talked him out of the sovcit script, and now he's working with Judge Meineke to get his license back. Like completely dropped the script when he's like, "Oh, all I have to do is pay $100 to get it back." I don't need this script anymore. I might play that tomorrow night. I want to kind of put them all in the clip because Judge Meineke's awesome, and the way that he just dethroned a sovereign citizen with kindness was amazing. Yeah. Anyways, that I might put that together for tomorrow or maybe over the weekend. I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna move on to the last clip. Now we're going to Judge Simpson's courtroom, and we did have a sovereign citizen in Judge Simpson's courtroom today. I think it's kind of funny that the other channels that have covered this guy don't know that he's a sovereign citizen. They haven't been watching him long enough. But when he pops up in Judge Simpson's courtroom and acts a fool, everyone jumps all over it. But they forget about his, I don't know, 4 or 5 appearances beforehand. But I'm not covering him tonight out of respect for Hutch. So tonight we are going to be rating Hutch at Sovereign Citizen Encounters, and he asked me if I could hold off on playing that till tomorrow because he wants to play it tonight, which I agreed. So that's what's going to happen after the stream. But before that, we're going to go on. We are still going to Judge Simpson's courtroom, and this is I've deemed her the mascot of our channel. So yeah, the happiest defendant ever, and yeah, that's a good way to end the night. Oh, also, I am going to tease the Sovereign Citizen project I'm working on. You guys are going to like it, but it's only about a minute and a half long right now, so there's not a lot to play. So I'm waiting for a couple more appearances before I put them together. But I'm going to show you what I have so far, and you're going to enjoy it. But that's after this. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this part. She's absolutely waving to this other guy on Zoom and making, I don't know. I felt like what she just did was inappropriate. I don't know, because you can only see like half her face when she did it. But here we go.
I'm back.
Yep, you are back. So am I.
There you go.
Okay?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm
All
sorry,
right.
Mrs. Simpson.
No, you're okay. All right, so
I just get really, really hyper because I have autism and get really, really hyper when you see people I know.
okay. All right.
It makes
So
me
here's
feel
what
good.
I do. Go Nancy.
Yeah, I said yes. You make me feel good because you always smile at me.
Well,
And I told you over and over again, so you have a very beautiful smile.
yes, you did. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do, Miss Slap.
Yeah.
There's an agreement in your case that you're going to plead no contest to a disorderly person. That will be in the case ending in 727. Upon your successful no contest plea to that charge, count 1 in that case would be dismissed, and all of the other 4 cases would be dismissed.
I don't understand what you mean.
Ms. Slip,
Yeah.
do you recall meeting with Ms. Cannon earlier this week?
Oh, you're
Hi,
involved.
Stephanie.
This is what Ms. Cannon discussed with you in entering a no contest plea to the 1 count of disorderly. We're going to ask the judge for immediate sentencing, and then all of your cases here will be closed out.
Okay.
Is that what you'd like to do today?
Yeah, I want to plead no contest, and I want to be done coming to court.
Okay. All right, Ms. Schlipp, the court and or myself are going to ask you some questions.
Okay, if I can remember.
We'll ask you them, and just most of them are yes or no answers, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So first thing I need you to do, Ms. Slip, is I need you to raise your right hand
This one?
Nope,
That
other
one's
one.
good.
There you go. And do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony that you'll give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, state your name again.
Tamika Joy Ship.
Okay. It's the court's understanding that you're going to plead no contest to the charge of disorderly person. That's a misdemeanor punishable. Okay, that's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days and a $500 fine plus court cost. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you understand what a no contest plea is?
I think Stephanie told me I'm not pleading innocent, but I'm not pleading guilty either.
That's true. What you're doing is you're not contesting the fact that you may be guilty of disorderly person.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
What I will do is I will read over the police report and I'll accept those facts as true to determine whether or not you committed that offense. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. The other thing that you need to understand is that for purposes of sentencing, the court would be treating you the same as though you had pled guilty.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry.
So- No, that's good. So understanding all of that, how do you plead to that charge?
Yes, I plead no contest.
Now you understand that by pleading no contest, you're not going to have any trial at all. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. You also understand that because of that, you're giving up certain rights. You're giving up your right to call witness.
My
Pardon?
Manda rights. My Manda rights, right? My Manda rights?
Your Miranda rights?
Yeah, that one I'm giving up.
No, you're giving up your trial rights. I'm going to tell you what those are, okay?
Okay.
All right. So you're giving up your right to call witnesses or have this court force the witnesses to appear at court to testify against you. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You're also giving up your right to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. You also understand that you're giving up your right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent and not have that silence used against you.
Yes, Mr. Simpson.
And you're also giving up your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
Yes, Mr. Simpson.
Okay. You're also giving up your right to an automatic appeal, and that's basically giving up your right to appeal of right. You'd have to ask permission to appeal this case or the sentence. You understand that?
No, because I don't know what you mean by appeal. Like appeal on an apple?
No. If you don't like the fact that you are having a conviction in this case or the sentence that I'm going to impose, if you don't like it, you'd have to ask permission of the higher court to hear any complaint you have.
Okay, I understand now, hon.
You
Sorry.
understand that?
Yes,
Okay,
Mr. Simpson.
Okay, it's true you're not on probation and you're not on parole, right?
That's right, sir.
Okay. Has anybody
I'm not
promised
on
you?
parole, but I'm not on parole, but I hope I get my parole soon.
Okay.
I wanna go home.
Okay. Me too. All right. Nobody's promised you anything other than what we've said here today that you would plead to this.
Yeah, she was found competent. They did a competency evaluation on her. And yeah, we'll just keep it at that.
One charge and then everything else would be dismissed. Nobody promised you anything else, did they?
No.
Okay. Has anybody threatened you or forced you in any way to enter this plea?
No.
You're doing this voluntarily and of your own free will, correct?
Yes, sir. And a
All
God
right.
will.
Okay.
And God
And
will.
I
So
have
we do everything
been
through God.
I've been provided and have reviewed Michigan Department of State Police report for their case number 624-24. Any objection to the court having reviewed that report?
No objection, Your Honor.
No objection.
All right. Based upon a review of that report, the court does find that there's a sufficient factual basis in which the court could determine the defendant's guilt of this offense. Counsel, have I?
Yeah, I don't remember that at all. Just saying. I don't remember her saying that. I remember she said that she didn't have her teeth, so she couldn't talk. But if she said that she was autistic, I did not hear it. So yeah, no idea on that one.
I complied with the court rule. Would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
Your Honor, defense is satisfied.
We are satisfied.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of no contest to count 2 in case ending in 727. Count 1 in that case is dismissed, as well as the cases ending in 1449, 1706, 1823, and 654. Those are dismissed as part of this agreement. All right. Okay. Anything you want to say before I impose sentence?
Me?
Your Honor.
Sure. Well, yeah, yes, I have to give you that right. You have, but go ahead.
I just want to
Please.
say that I hope you guys do.
Heck.
God bless us.
Okay, Ms. Slip, hold on a moment. I'm going to let your attorney talk to me first, okay?
Okay.
All right, please.
Your Honor, we're asking the court to consider a credit for time served sentence on this, waive any fines and costs the court can, considering Ms. Schlipp's status in the Michigan Department of Corrections. Your Honor, she has been in custody for roughly the last 7 years on an 18-month sentence out of Jackson County. So we're asking, based on those circumstances, the courts impose a time served sentence. Once he files out. Thank you.
Ms. Slip? Anything you want to tell me before I impose sentence?
I just want to say God bless you, Mr. Simpson. And I want to also tell you, Mr. Simpson, I prayed for you.
Ms. Slip, thank you for that. I do
You're
appreciate
very,
it.
very welcome. I pray for you because I know your job can't be all that. Like, it probably gets real frustrating. So I ask God to give you strength and wisdom to keep going.
Ms. Slip, it's a sentence of the court. Fines and cost of $125, sentenced to 90 days incarceration, credit for 90 days served. And Ms. Slip, you would appear here every couple of weeks. This is it, or the end of it. So I'll just let you know I'm going to miss you.
I'm going to miss you too, Mr. Simpson. I'm definitely going to miss your beautiful smile.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Ms. Slip. You take care of yourself, okay?
Okay, I will, Mr.
Yes,
Simpson.
Hold on, Ms. Slip. Okay, thank you.
I just want to put on the record just that as recently as February 27th, this court sent an order finding the case competent.
Yes.
And there's no reason that we believe that status has changed and yet.
All right. Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Take care, Ms. Slip.
Take care, Mr. Simpson. Bye. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Oops, I let that go too far. I thought there was still like another minute or two left. All right, that is it for Miss Schlipp. We will not see her again. At least hopefully we won't see her again. She can go be happy somewhere else. She doesn't need to be in jail. All right, as promised, I have got a little teaser for you. I've got to make this last 6 minutes. Hutch doesn't start till 9:15, and this video is only a minute long. I did not pause it enough tonight, guys. Where are we at? All right. Come on. All right. This is all thanks to Miss Orchid Blooms. I don't know if she's still here. I know she was here at the beginning of the stream. She found this guy for me, and this actually happened yesterday, and he was due back today. And I'm going to tell you what he did today. I don't have his clip today loaded into this yet. I haven't cleaned it up. I need to go through the docket and actually clean it up and everything. But yeah, he wasn't a happy jailer today. He did some messed up things, and so they didn't let him enter court. So I think he's gonna be back tomorrow. But this is good. The judge handles this in seconds. That's why it's only a minute long.
Who wants to go pro se?
All right, we'll start with you first. Patton?
Yeah.
I'm not David Patton, but that's my problem. Okay, I'll be standing there on the yellow X and then this is your paperwork.
Who are you?
Phone call 25 TM 724 State of Wisconsin versus David Patton.
I ain't gonna stand with you.
Appearances.
I'm not Mr. Patton.
Mr.
Patton is my property. Go and do it. You can do whatever you want. Sorry,
Are you David Patton?
I'm not David Patton.
You can go back in custody. We'll find David Patton.
David Patton is my property, though.
If you wish to, this.
I will absolutely pause for super chats. Thank you so much, Legal Fiction. I appreciate it. Did I just say I appreciate it? I might have said I appreciate it. Anyways, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Pronunciation. That helps.
The case against David Patton.
Oh, okay, but then you already find David Patton.
You go back in the jail, they'll call David Patton, it'll be rescheduled for tomorrow if you wish.
This is my property, though. But this is my property. David Patton is my property. And I'm here to establish that David.
If you want to take your place here, David,
I'm
this
not
is
David.
David Patton.
I'm not David Patton.
That's you, sir.
I am man. God, wish I did.
We're here for an initial appearance on David
I want to
Patton.
challenge jurisdiction.
If you're not David Patton, you can't challenge anything.
Now we can
Take it back.
We'll
We'll reschedule for tomorrow.
I didn't realize I didn't mute myself, so when I went to unmute myself, I just muted myself. I need to clean up the audio a little bit on this. So for those of you that didn't hear, I'm just going to explain it. It only took a minute long. So he came out, he said, "I'm not David Patton. That is not who I am. I own the property of David Patton. I'm not David Patton." So the judge is like, "All right, well, we need to find David Patton, so you can go in the back, so we'll find him." He's like, "No, I own the property of David Patton. I'm here to challenge jurisdiction." And the judge is like, "Well, you can't challenge anything if you're not David Patton, so we'll see you tomorrow." That was it. And so today, he was acting a fool in jail, and he wouldn't be escorted to court. So they gave him a tablet. And when they gave him the tablet, let's just say he started how can I say this YouTube friendly? He started fondling himself with the tablet. And so they took the tablet away and they tried to calm him down to bring him up to the court because they obviously weren't going to give him the tablet back. And he did not behave. So that was his appearance today. So there might be some mental issues with this guy, and which is sad, especially for him to be talked into doing the sovcit script. But that behavior is not normal. I mean, even if you, I don't know, that it's just not normal behavior, right? So it's just. So, anyways, that's he wasn't allowed in court today. So we'll see if he comes back tomorrow, and if he does, I will be putting these videos together. And yeah, I can't really release this as its own video because it's only a minute long. And I don't really do shorts, so I'm waiting for more content to be able to make a full length video for it. So this was just a little teaser. Where are we at? We're at 9:14. 9:14. I just got to make it one more minute, and then we can go say hi to Hutch. None yet. Wait, we're pausing for super chats. I always pause for super. Well, I try to wait till in between clips to call it super chats. I think you guys know that by now. But yeah. But yeah, Nanya, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I think we can start saying goodbyes and head over to Hutch's. Yeah, Hutch is at 9:15. That's who we're rating tonight. He is going to be doing what's the guy's name? The guy from Simpson today. I can't remember his name. Anyways, you'll recognize him. But that's who Hutch is doing. He's got a bunch of other things to play tonight as well. So go over there, tell him I said hi. I appreciate all you guys hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for the super chats, the gifted memberships, the membership milestones. You guys are awesome. And that's it. That's it. Let's go say hi to Hutch. We made it till 9:15. You guys are awesome. See you tomorrow.